Hey guys, and welcome to part 5 of making a MailThis.To clone. On this part we are going to continue with the logic bits, and we are going to add support for SMTP to our service. So now we have the store email and the send confirmation email bits to do. Let's start with the store email. So we go for pending email, create new pending email, and what we are going to be sending is an email address because we need to send those. So email address, it's going to be a string. Well, actually, instead of sending the email address, I'm going to send the email address entity. So find by email address. At this point, this shouldn't give me a null because we validated it exists and all of that. But there are a few calls to the database. We might not want to be doing that all the time. So we might want to change this in a second. And we want to save a JSON object. So let's create that now. So inside model, create a package called JSON. Let's create a email JSON like so. Add, and inside this email JSON we are going to have request parameters. So we want to save the request parameters, which is going to be, well, a map of sorts. Let's see, how does this go? So new email JSON, and we are going to pass in a request. Sorry. Oh, we don't even have the request access. Completely forgot about this. So let's go over here now and say that we also receive an HTTP request like so. Class. So now we have access to the request, and on the request I'm going to get the query string, so like that. And we also get the request body. We will want to change this later in case we want to receive as well some attachments and stuff like that, but for the time being this will do. So let's create a constructor. So parameters, and the body, we don't want it like this, so we want a string. Oh, in fact, let's keep the body like this. So, and let's create these. So public. I'm keeping the things public for the time being. As text, as string. I'm going to say that this dot parameters equals to parameters, and this body is string equals to body dot asText like so. So we don't need this, and we will, let's keep this private as well. This, let's create a getter for the things, and the setters as well. I might as well. So like this, and I want to create a constructor which has got no arguments and implements. We don't need this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to implement serializable. So the email JSON is basically the thing that we are going to transform into a JSON node and store in the database. So let's create this method first. And where equals email address, find one, and we return this. Add the create pending email, create method. We are going to be returning a pending email. It's not needed for the time being, but let's just do it like that. Email address and email JSON. Good. And over here we do a pending email. New. So pending email address equals email address. Request JSON equals JSON dot to JSON email JSON, like this. Now pending email, save, and return the pending email, like this. Now I'm also going to create a method where I'm going to return the email JSON, get email JSON from the object, and I'm going to generate it like this. From JSON, request, and email JSON.class, like this. Perfect. So I want to make this column nullable false, like so. Let's go back to the controller, and we've got the store email bit done. So let's remove the to-do from here. Let's also do this here, in which case we don't need to do a find. We've got the object over here already, so done, it's used. Let's remove that to-do. So, and now let's commit this to GitHub. Saving pending email. Sort this out. Commit and push. Let's go.
One eternity later.
Now for the next bit, we want to start sending the emails. And to do that, we are going to use a thing from Amazon, which is Simple Email Services, or Service. Let's see. AWS Simple Email Service. This one. And we can actually use it through an SDK. Or we can use the SMTP interface that they have. We will be using the SMTP interface for the time being. Later on, we might change to the AWS SDK, but the SMTP interface will do just fine for now. And the reason why I'm going with the SMTP interface is because it's faster to implement, because it's the way that you would usually do to send an email if you have an SMTP server. We are not going to set up an SMTP server. And the reason is we would need to run it someplace, and we are going to run our system in AWS. And all the IP addresses, the public ranges that AWS has, they are basically blacklisted for the normal SMTP service, for all the mail services that there are. So if we would try to send an email from there, it would basically not get delivered. So let's add SMTP support to our project. Let's go over here. Send email. this. And let's go for the play mailer, this module. So, okay, let's add these. So inside build SBT, let's add these here. Let's add this comment, email support. What else do we need to do? Some configurations, okay. Let's bring this over to our application conf file over here. So email configuration, like so. Actually, let's do it like this. And what else? And let's add this over here as well, because this is the one that we are using right now. And for our local development, we are not going to use any of this, and I'm going to say mock yes. So what this does is we don't need to configure all these properties over here, because we are going to mock that we have a mailing service. Let's save. What else? See over here. Nice. Let's create a service over here. Package services, like so. Let's create this class, paste like this, and add this to GitHub as well. And let's copy this over here, like this. Also, let's copy these imports over here so that it saves us some time. This, and let's refresh this and run the project as well, so that we import the things inside our build SBT file.
One eternity later.
So everything got imported correctly, and we don't have any errors anymore. There's some issues going on over here. What's this? Let's check this out. So, okay. So did I forget something over here? Let's go and check. Oh, it's the request. Okay, that we have just added. Okay, so let's go for routes. Conf over here, and let's say that request, which is a type of request, like so. Let's do a refresh over here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now we have another error. What's it now? Oh, an evolution that's needed. Apply. And that's basically it, I think. Yep. Let's now go and check this service that we've just created. And let's give it some parameters over here. So string email title, string email body, like this. And let's make the first one actually string email address. This. Let's delete this. Subject, we're going to say email title. From, we are just going to remove this. To email address. This. We are not going to add any attachments, at least at this moment. And email body. Body like this. And let's not send a body in HTML, and we just do send. So this is good for the time being. Mail service, we are going to want to inject this into our controller. And to do that, I'm going to create private mail service, this, and I'm going to create a constructor, and I'm going to pass this on, and I'm going to give an inject a notation over here, this. And when we say to do send email, now what we do is mail service, send email, where to, email address, the title, which we haven't decided yet, so let's just say title placer, and the body, which is going to be a body placer. For the time being, we'll just leave it like this, and let's refresh. All is good. And let's send this call over. So what's happening? Let's add some debugging. So mail exists on DB. This mail is confirmed. Mail not confirmed. And let's copy this one. And not on DB. Save. Let's just execute this straight away. So exists on DB and the email is not confirmed. So let's go and check this out. So refresh the tables, email addresses, select, and email is confirmed. Let's just set it as 1, apply, and let's give it another run. But let's place this on the background so that we can see the results. So send. So email is confirmed, mock implementation, and sending this email. Like this. So it's perfect. So we have SMTP working right now.